Come to my school right now and get me, Mom. That advisor really did it to me this time, leaving me at school like this. Just because I was a little late getting here, they left and didn't even say a word to me. You're kidding me, right? You ran late to school again? Well, it's not my fault that a brand new crepe store was built right in front of the bus stop. I went inside there to have a crepe for breakfast, and that led to me being 30 minutes late. But to think that the advisor would just leave one of their students here to go to that championship, I cannot believe this. Especially when I'm a regular on the team. Well, it's your fault for being late to school again. I'm sure that advisor has told you plenty of times now to be careful about running late, right? Shut up, Mom. Who cares now? Just hurry up and come get me. If you can get me right now, you can take me to the championship and I should be able to make it there before things start. I'm waiting out front, so hurry it up. I'm sorry, Kylie. Ever since last night, I haven't been feeling too well. You're not feeling well, and so what? All morning long, I have been feeling miserable, and just a second ago, I took my temperature, and it seems I'm running a fever of 99 degrees. As of right now, I'm not sure I can drive. Huh? Well, then what's going to happen to me being at the championship today? This is the most important championship to me. It's also going to be my last championship before I'm done on the team, so I have to be there. I'm really sorry, but it is too dangerous for me to drive when running a fever. Do you think you can just come back home first? I can give your dad a call and see if he can take you. That would just be a waste of my time, so hurry up and get me already. Who cares that you have a simple fever? You're my mom and you should be able to do anything for me, right? What? Just put a cold cloth on your head and come get me. And then take me to that dang championship. That's your job as my mom, all right? This is your daughter's most important competition before she leaves the team. If I'm not able to be there for it, I'll hate you forever.
Hey, Kimberly, it's time for our date. Hurry up and get over to the cafe right now to see me. You and I have a lot to talk about regarding the divorce, so I want to make this quick.
Ah, did you not listen to the voicemail I left for you?
Voicemail? What are you talking about? I don't have time to look for your voicemail, so hurry it up and get to the cafe. Today, I've done just as you've asked and brought my girlfriend along with me.
I'm sorry, Robert. Right now I have a really bad fever, so it's not the time for me to be going out. So can we just push our talks back to another day, and could you also go and get Kylie from school? She would really like someone to take her to her championship today.
Why should I have to be the one to do such a bothersome thing as that? Shouldn't her school be the one to have taken her to a thing like that?
Well, this is a very important championship for her. It's the last one before she leaves the team. And she's told me that she's always been the one playing for the team.
Do you think I care about that? Her being good at a sport or whatever in middle school isn't going to have an effect on her future now, will it?
What?
And as of right now, the only thing you should be concerned about is this conversation between the three of us. I'm not going to believe you one bit about some fever, so get yourself in the car and come meet us here. You can lie and try to cancel these talks all you want, but it's not going to stop the love that I have for my girlfriend.
I'm not even lying, though. I seriously have a fever. I just took my temperature again, and I'm at 102 now. Even if I wanted to go see you right now, I can't.
102? Are you sure you're not just shocked about how much I'm in love with another woman over you? And that's why you have the fever. I guess you really do get stressed about everything, don't you?
Huh?
But I'm sorry, Kimberly. No matter how much you try and win me back over to you, it's not going to work. The chemistry just isn't there anymore. I'm deeply in love with Mary now. And once I've gotten the divorce from you, I'm getting married to her immediately.
I'm not trying to win you back over to me, and I happen to want this divorce as well. And once this divorce happens, you go right ahead and get married to her. But right now, I really can't get out of this house to come and see you both. With how bad I'm feeling right now, having to talk about things like child support and the dividing of our properties will be too much. I just can't do that right now.
Well then, how about this? How about we don't delay things any longer and we end our talks right now? You didn't want to show up to talk today, so that's that. In other words, that means you don't care about the terms of the divorce, or leaving them up to me. And that means you don't care about what happens with the child support, the settlement, or the properties we have to divide.
What?
Both myself and my girlfriend really want this divorce to happen. Now. Then her and I will finally be able to get married. But right now, all this talk about wanting to delay our talks and all of that is stopping our dream in its tracks. So cut the crap, alright? We aren't going to change the date of our little meeting, and instead the talks end right here.
You're lying, right? You can't do something as messed up as that, right?
If you're going to be upset over this, then get upset with yourself for having a fever on such an important day as this. It's a freaking disgrace for you, of all people, to be getting sick when you rarely ever leave the house as a housewife. You really are the most useless woman ever, and you're not going to let me believe otherwise, are you?
Huh?
Look, unlike you, my girlfriend is the perfect woman and will forever be that way to me. She cares so much about her health that she exercises every day, and it sure shows when she takes her clothes off. Because of that, she looks good in any style of clothing, and her skin glows, unlike the dried up crap that you have on you, old hag. And if that wasn't enough, she also happens to excel at cooking. Compared to that tasteless crap you make every day, her cooking is like that of a Michelin star chef.
I am so sorry that my skin and cooking aren't good enough for you. I really would like to work out myself, but I just don't have the time. And you want to know where all that time goes? It goes into caring for both my careless child and my useless husband.
Excuse me?
And another thing. You happen to love loads of sodium in all your meals, and that's why you always call my cooking awful. Did you know the amount of salt you eat every day is going to kill you soon? Did you forget about what the doctor told you this year after your checkup?
Shut it. It should be your job as the wife to take care of those bad results for me. You just continue to make complaints about everything and have excuses for why you can never be as good of a wife as you should be.
What did you say?
I'm done here. There's nothing else I need to say to you now. I'll leave you to hand in those divorce papers, alright? I don't care how bad your fever is, you should be able to go to the courthouse down the road, right?
Hey, I've had enough of your crap, Mom. When the hell are you going to come and get me from here? I have been waiting for 2 hours now in front of this stupid school for your butt to come get me. What? Kylie? Now I might not make it in time for the matches tonight. If I'm not there to play, the team will never win. So hurry up and get me right now. Now. What the hell could you be doing in that house right now that is more important than me? I'm sorry, Kylie. I had to go to the hospital. I was just taken back by the doctor and they are getting ready to examine me. Huh? You're at the hospital now? I've started to have a fever of 102 now. But luckily, while I was on my way to the doctor's, I was helped by someone who saw my state and they called an ambulance for me. That's why I'm in the hospital now. I had asked to have your dad get you and take you to the championship before all this happened. I'll ask him again right now to see if he'll come get you. I am not going to wait for all that to happen. Now, you leave that hospital right now and come get me. You do not have the time right now to be screwing off and going to the hospital. You tell the doctor you'll see him later and come get me right now. The doctor is not going to let me leave right now, Kylie. I'm not feeling well, and there is no way I can get you and take you all the way to the competition. I took some medication for the fever and all, but I need to get examined now to see what the problem is. I am not going to let you get away with stupid excuses like that. Who the hell cares how bad your fever is right now? You come and get me. Your dang daughter is asking you to come and get her, so you get your butt up and come get me. If you really want to slack off by sitting in the hospital all day, you can go do that after taking me to the championship. Kylie, did you not just hear me say that I was about to pass out in the streets? Are you not even worried about the fact that I'm extremely sick right now? Your own mom? I'll start to worry about you once you have something to offer me. If you take me to the championship, then I'll start worrying. Can you do that for me? Or better yet, could you go complain to the school about the idiot advisor that left me here at the school? I'll start worrying about you once you give me a reason to. What? Now, since you haven't done anything for me yet, you should just shut up and come help your child out. Your job as the housewife is to care for your dang family first. If you can't even do that for Dad and I, then you're not fit to be my mom. I'll make you responsible for me missing my last championship if you don't come and get me right now. Kylie. Get the hell out of that hospital and come to the school. If you don't do that right now, I'll have Dad divorce you. How about that, Mom? Do you want for Dad and I to leave you for good? We're already getting a divorce, though. What? Oh, wait, I remember why I was walking on the street now. I was getting the divorce from your dad that he asked for. I wasn't trying to go to any doctor for my fever, so it's all happened now, actually. I'm no longer married to your dad, and if you think I'm not a good fit to be your mom, then so be it. I guess I'm too sick now to be having a conversation with some random child anyway, so I'll just end the messages now. Now I need to take care of myself, so I'm going to take a quick nap here. Good night. Wait a second, Mom! What the hell do you mean you're going to sleep now? Are you not coming to get me? And what's this about a divorce? I have no idea what's going on right now, Mom. Tell me what the hell all of this is about. I'm going to sleep now. Bye-bye.
Stop screwing around right now, you messed up hag. Because of you, I've been left feeling freaking embarrassed. Why would you do something like this to me?
You're being really loud right now. That's not the way to act around a sick person who's just woken up in the hospital, all right? What are you talking about right now, Robert?
I'm talking about how, because of you, I'm having to feel embarrassed. Why didn't you go to the school to get Riley? Because of you, the police and the school called me about her.
Really?
They were wondering why on the weekend one of the students was just standing outside the school all day. Someone close by saw her all day and decided to call the police because they were worried about her. And now, because of that, I'm having to take calls from both the school and the police. Get your butt up and come to the school right now.
You're kidding me. You never went there to get her after I specifically asked you to a while ago? I told you twice, actually, to go get her and take her to the championship.
And I told you that I don't care about some stupid championship. And I was planning on coming home after my day out with the lady.
Well, I also asked her to go home since I wasn't going to be able to get her. It's only a 20-minute walk from the school to the house, right? Anyway, shouldn't you be worried about your daughter and have gone to pick her up when I told you of my condition?
I don't give a crap about you or her. I was having my date with my girlfriend all day. Don't need to be having the police yapping my ear off on the other side of the phone.
Are you serious, Robert? Even after that planned meeting we had at the cafe, you stayed with her for the rest of the day?
And I would have gone home after that meeting, but because you never showed up, the rest of my plans for the day were gone. And I had more time for her. You think I'd leave her to go home without taking her out on a date after that?
So you just left your daughter to stand out in front of the school all day when it's this cold out? All because you wanted to go out with your girlfriend on a date the whole day?
At the time, I never thought I'd be getting called by the police about it. Because of that, my girlfriend and I had both freaked out and went straight to the school to get her. And the moment we got here, Kylie screamed out asking who the hell I was with. Do you have any idea how terrible that made me feel when we were all standing around the police and the school administrators?
Wow.
Right now, Kylie is so pissed off that I can't calm her down. All because she knows the reason for the divorce is because my girlfriend. When my girlfriend heard Kylie talking like that about her, she got upset with me as well. So to make things even worse for me, she took me in her arm and said that Kylie's dad was now hers. Then both the police and the school staff looked at me with terrible looks on their faces like I was the problem.
Well, you are the problem, hence why they all looked at you like that.
The police took me aside after that and started to lecture me on how embarrassed I should feel for leaving my daughter outside all day to be with the woman I'm cheating on you with. And none of the school staff wanted even a single word with me. This is the most embarrassed I've ever felt in my life, god dang it.
Oh, you poor, poor thing. Now I'm going to get back to sleep here, so goodbye.
Hey, wait, I'm not done talking to you just yet. Did you already go and hand in the divorce papers? I need to make sure you've gone and done that for me.
If that's what you want to know, then yes. You told me to hand them into the courthouse after all, didn't you? And as for myself, I've been waiting for the chance to finally end things between myself and one of the most toxic men I know. So when my fever was just a little bit done, I made the most of my strength and went straight down the road to the courthouse. But even though I was able to hand in those papers on my way back, I almost collapsed.
When you went and handed in those papers, you made sure to take full custody of Kylie, right? My girlfriend just told me that she doesn't want some back-talking brat like that in our lives anymore. Now that I remember, you and I never had the chance to talk about who'd have the right to her, right?
Well, we were planning on talking about that today, weren't we?
But even without us even having to talk about that point, you understood what I wanted, correct? Normally, it's the mother that always wants full custody of their child, so you went and did that, right? I know that even without talking about that detail, you were able to assume what I wanted correctly.
I'm sorry, Robert, but I made sure that you took full custody of her.
What?
Well, if I was going to take her, then the paperwork would have only become longer for myself. I would have had to prove that I'm her mother, and then would have had to change both our last names back to mine. Just a lot of work. But when it came to what you told me before, you said you just wanted me to hand in those papers. You never gave me any instructions on who got custody of her, right? Honestly, to someone who's suffering the fever I am, it was strange of you to ask me to do all of this stuff to begin with. That's why I just left her with you, thinking that would be all right.
Are you stupid? Why would you do something like that without asking me first?
Who was the one that went ahead and decided things without me?
I don't need custody of her. Mary already told me that she just wants it to be me and her. Yet now you've gone and done it by making me take full custody of the brat.
I'm sure if Kylie were to hear what you just said about her, she would be pretty heartbroken. Not only was she shocked to find out that you've been cheating on me, she would now have to learn that you don't even want her anymore as your daughter.
God dang it. How the hell am I going to explain this to my girlfriend, huh? That's it. Now that I have to take care of Kylie, I'm going to need child support from you. Since you've gone and pushed her off onto us, we want $2,000 every month. If you can make payments like that to us every month, I'm sure Mary will be just fine with us taking on the girl.
I have no reason to pay you guys child support. Remember how you said today that since we couldn't meet at the cafe, that meant nobody had to pay any child support? Since you never let me have the chance to talk about it, I'm not liable to pay you anything.
What did you say?
You're not going to have to pay me a settlement or anything, so it's all good, right? I think it's fine that the both of us don't get any money out of this.
I'm not playing games here, you witch. My girlfriend will not allow this if she's not getting any money. She's already told me she doesn't want Kylie, and I myself know that by having Kylie living with us, things will go downhill really quick. That's why you were supposed to take her off my hands, and then everything would have been completely fine.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm sure that by having her around you more, you'll both become good friends again. Women are like that, you know?
Are you sure?
And if I remember correctly, that girlfriend of yours is a bit younger than me, meaning she might be closer in age to Kylie than myself. So they might just become great friends due to that alone. So calm down now and have the three of you guys become close to one another this time.
I
can't take it anymore. Come here and get me right now, Mom. You should be out of the hospital now and feeling a lot better, right? Oh, what's happened? I was assuming that you, your dad, and his girlfriend were all living so well with one another. The life I am having to live right now is not at all fun. Everyone at school already knows about how Dad cheated on you and about how your guys' divorce went. And as for the advisor for the team, they're asking me to leave because I can't seem to stop being late all the time. I just have a few more months before I graduate from middle school, but they're all voting to kick me off the team. Oh my, Kylie, it sounds like you're having quite some trouble in school now. And it's not just school that's terrible right now. Life at home frickin' sucks balls. That stupid witch that Dad's dating is always so dang cold to me. Oh, is that right? That witch can't do anything on her own either, and she's just the worst. When it comes to the laundry, it is so half-assed, and the only cleaning she does is of the places she can see. Whenever I tell her that there's still some dust left behind to clean, she tells me to pick up the duster and do it myself. Well, that's too bad. And above all that, her cooking is horrible. Everything she makes is so dang greasy, and it tastes like bricks of salt. How can anybody even eat what she's cooking? But your dad told me that her cooking is leagues better than mine. She seems to be great at making meals that men like, but I guess it's not good enough for some child's stomach. I don't want to be around here anymore. Please just come and take me away from here. You've been left all on your own after the divorce, so I'm sure you want someone there with you, right? After all, Mom's only reasons for living is to take care of their kid, right? I'm sure ever since you lost me, you've been so lonely and sad, right? Not at all, actually. Ever since you went with your dad, my life has been stress-free. What? And another thing, I'm not all by myself here. I've been surrounded by kids of my own recently, and things have been wonderful and fun every single day. I never knew taking care of other people could be this fun for me. Wait a second, what? Who are you living with right now? Don't tell me that you already got remarried and have kids. I am totally over being married and can't be asked for a husband. Right now, I've been working at my friend's foster home, surrounded by kids of all ages. And it's not just here that I'm working, but at the preschool next door with some more kids. So every single day is full of fun for me. You're working at a foster home and a preschool? You're working at two of the most annoying and loud places in this town. Well, contrary to what you might believe, all of the kids here at the foster care are very well behaved, and the same goes over at the preschool. A lot of them even help with the cooking here at the foster home and will clean up whenever they're done eating. And whenever I step in to do the chores, they always tell me thanks with a smile on their faces. I never knew that a single word like thanks could bring me so much joy. Right now, I'm having the time of my life working these jobs. What the hell are you talking about, Mom? You're supposed to be my mom, right? Stop taking care of some random brats and take me home with you instead. It's way more fun raising your own daughter, isn't it? And you should find working as my mom being the best job you've ever had. Kylie, I'm no longer your mom anymore. The divorce already took place and your dad has full custody of you now. So would you please stop calling me your mom because it's a bit strange. What? I hated taking care of you, actually. I had to spend every day being treated like crap by you because I was a housewife, and you would always talk to me in the most disrespectful tone. I don't love you anymore because of that, and if you want me to make that any more clear for you, consider today the last time you'll ever talk to me. You're kidding me. Why would you say something so mean to me as my mom? I'm your actual daughter, aren't I? You gave birth to me. And you were my actual daughter. Yet you said some of the meanest things ever to me, even though I'm your actual mom. Now I have some work left to do today, so goodbye forever. I hope things go well for you and your dad's girlfriend. Right after that last text, I never heard anything back from Kylie ever again. According to some whispers I've heard, though, things after that really went far downhill for Kylie, as she started getting into all sorts of trouble. Whether it was her newly found love for smoking cigarettes, or the fact that she'd constantly be getting caught up with the police. And on the most recent incident, both Kylie's dad and his girlfriend went to the station to get her, but the police already knew exactly who they were from the previous time they met at the school. There, the police told them that it was no wonder Kylie started to get into trouble, since both her dad and his girlfriend liked to get into trouble themselves. After that day, Kylie ended up dropping out of high school and would start her newfound life as a high school dropout. This was later followed by her dad and his girlfriend talking about breaking things off, and soon after that, they were no more.